Hello, welcome in. My name is Josh, this is Gaming Joy Channel, and we are back on Farm Sim 25. That sounds weird to say, because before it was nothing but it is what it is, and that's where we are. I actually was going through the stream tonight, and when I went through to set up the stream tonight, I was like, what's going on? I don't understand. Like there's like I need to find the sorry, let me add this start screen thing here. Here it is. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Anyways, when I went to start the stream tonight, or set it up on YouTube, I had to scroll through like a dozen videos that I've released since I played this series. And so I thought it would be fun to come in and, you know, it'd be fun to come in and do this series again. So, welcome in. And I see a lot about people already in the stream. I see some folks I haven't seen in a while. Ghostboy Gaming, welcome in. Carl TG, welcome in. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. And LFG Dad, crazy. Welcome in. Thanks for being here, folks. And I know some of you guys are new subscribers, but welcome in. Thanks for being here. Rusty, Joseph, thanks so much for coming in. But let's get things started. I don't even know what's going on. What are we doing? We're still on Hutan Pantai. And there's stuff to do, I think. I don't even know what there is to do, but we need to get an overview and kind of like figure out what's happening. We have contracts we could do if we wanted to. I don't really care too much. We have some greenhouses that are never going to make it to ModHub because people suck. We have the industrial sawmill, which is actually finally out on ModHub. Congratulations to the sawmill, I guess. Maybe congratulations to me for making it through the Giant's slog and actually getting something released in the proper amount of time. Let's do that. Yeah, close enough. And the fermenters that are never going to make it to ModHub because, you know, because you're not allowed to use base game assets in mods. You can't just do XML edits. That's not allowed. But now apparently you can release maps that are just edited base game and willy-nilly. That's totally cool on ModHub. Whatever. Stupid jerk faces. I realized that I slept through the month. I slept through the month and didn't even return our sugar beet harvester, right? Yeah, I'm a modder. I'm definitely a modder, Carl TG. I have currently, I actually don't even know, 3 mods on ModHub for FS22. I had 8. I had 8 in 22. I have 3 so far in 25. I have 2 so far in 25 that have been rejected outright, even though I've argued it tooth and nail. I thought the mower was already over here. It's not. The mower's still over here. Yeah. We can talk about that if you want. And then, you know, lots of other stuff is happening and lots of stuff is going on and, you know, we're still here. Let me see if I can... Does gas pedal work? Oh, the gas pedal works. Sweet. Yeah, Giant's ModHub testing is the best. They have really awesome policies in regards to how mods are tested and how what is allowed. And I saw a funny comment actually regarding this exact thing the other day from from DR Modding. Now, DR Modding never submits stuff to ModHub. We all know that DR Modding never submits stuff to ModHub because he wants the realism, right? And which is totally his prerogative. If he wants the realism, go for it, dude. I'm happy. I hope you get it. But he releases on private sites. He releases through itch.io, and he also has a dedicated group of people through Patreon who pay for early access to his map and help him test. So by giving out those maps to people to test early on, his hope is that by the time they make it to ModHub, or make it to release, they will be better maps, which is admirable in some way, but it's not necessarily the way everyone does it, but it's the way he does it. Cool. Now let's see if we can get the wheel cam on. Wheel cam is not showing up. Let's find the wheel cam. Face cam. Hold on. Face cam. Where? Hey, stop. Where's the wheel cam? There it is. Oh, it got resized to be very, very small. Oh, it's not working. Hello? Let's try resetting it. I don't know why the mower is just drifting forward. Yeah, like Carl TG, like you're trying to innovate, and you know, great job on trying to innovate to come up with a new crop, and trying to make something that gives something new to the players. And I would actually have a question for Carl. Did they give you a hard time for reusing the base game assets? I would be curious about that myself. Because why is this going forward? Stop. I think my pedals have drift. Hold on a second. You guys are gonna see under the hood a little bit. There? No? Somebody? I need my start bar. Why are the pedals showing like... No. Why are you showing that there's throttle? Sorry, my pedals are like being freaking weird. Clutch. Start calibration. Okay, we're not moving. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, they didn't give you a hard time for it? I don't remember how to turn this thing on. How do I turn this thing on? Yeah, there's, you know, I think that one thing that I've seen, and Carl can probably contest this a little bit, is Giants is just one of the things, and I posted this in the subject because it's the thing that I'm dealing with right now, and I'm happy to deal with it, and that's what I want to talk about. But Giants has a really big problem with inconsistency, where one tester to the next, they don't test the mods the same, and they don't test with the same rules, or the same requirements, or the same way of looking at it. It's completely inconsistent. And one person will pass a mod and the next person will fail it. And without even changing the mod. Like, you can literally resubmit it and they will test it again. You're almost guaranteed to get a different tester. And then who knows whether they're going to actually... I need to see which land I own here. I don't actually know anymore. So I edited this map. So, oh, I own everything underneath the road here too. Okay. I own everything up to the middle. Alright, well, we're going to mow. It should be fair. And everyone should get the same treatment. And everyone should get the same requirements. And... So Giants is currently failing one of my mods because they claim that it's an XML, it's a simple XML edit. Right? And they in their mind, they classify a mod that is a simple XML edit as any mod that edits the XML without providing custom models. So if you don't provide a completely new and never before seen custom model, then in their mind, you haven't provided new content. So they will fail your mod outright without even looking at it if you don't provide a model. And if you disagree with that, you have to contest it, which I have. And so, and they're like, and then they gave me this message today that it's unmutable. Like they're not going to change their mind. They're hard set on saying no, we're not allowing your mod. And I'm like, well, how about this? You're giving me a rule that says I'm not allowed to submit a simple XML edit. Okay? So if you go into ModHub right now and look at the second mod that's on ModHub in Placeables. It's going to be a limestone factory or something like that, right? It works with the new fill types mod, and it provides additional fill types. It provides basically a heap spawner for limestone, which is a one-line edit. An XML edit, mind you, a one-line XML edit of the base game heap spawner for stone. They didn't change the animations, they didn't change the color, they didn't change the thumbnail, they didn't change anything. They literally copied and pasted the base game stone spawner, which is right here. If I go into construction and go into factories, mine are sorted by price, which is really nice, actually. They took this building right here and re-released it. Instead of spawning stone, it's spawning limestone. So literally, they changed 4 characters in this file. They added the word lime in front of the word stone, where it defines the fill type that it spawns out, and they released it. It doesn't get much more simple of an edit than that, folks. But on the same day that they allowed that to go through, they're over private message, they're claiming that my mod, which has dozens of XML and model edits to get it to work, is a simple XML edit and they won't allow it. Like, if you're going to have a rule, we all submit mods to ModHub expecting that there's a set of rules or a set of things that they test that they're going to quantify whether or not our mod should be allowed on ModHub or whether it passes ModHub guidelines, whatever that means, right? Even that is kind of a fickle thing. But half of the rules that they use, a rule, by definition, needs to be measurable, right? true or false or quantifiable in some way. Have you made X number of changes? Or have you made an edit to a model? Yes or no. Have you made edits to an XML? Yes or no. Booleans, true or false. And their response to me was that my mod is basically, quote unquote, an XML edit. Basically is not measurable. That's based on an opinion. It's their opinion. Then they decide arbitrarily that mine is basically an XML edit. Oh, it's basically the same thing. No. You can't fail some... I mean, from my mind, and this is obviously... they can do whatever the frick they want. And obviously they are. But in my mind, you can't fail someone and claim that... that you're not following a rule of some kind, or you're not meeting established guidelines, when number one, those guidelines are not posted. They're not available anywhere. And those guidelines aren't being met. So how do you know what guidelines to follow? How do you know what those guidelines are? Nothing's posted, nothing's published, nothing. We have ModHub guidelines, and I've met every single one of those ModHub guidelines. But yet they're still blocking. I don't get it. It's that inconsistency that it doesn't make sense. I've talked to modders, map makers like Carl, and other ones like we talked to Poor Boy last year, and he had multiple instances where he would submit a map for testing. They would test it. They would report an error with item A. And they'd say, everything else is fine, just this one thing is broken. And then he would fix that one thing and send it back, and then they'd find something else that the other person said was fine, but is suddenly no longer okay. And it is that level of inconsistency with how they report, how they rank, how they quantify, that really, really gets me, right? It's... how can you have a system that's fair to everyone involved if you're changing the rules based on who you're talking to? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I see a couple of new people in there. Munchies. I've never seen you before. Kane's Blood. Welcome in. Liz Hunter. Thanks for being here. Outlaw. Thanks for coming in. Thanks everyone for coming in. Yeah. So I've called out the poor management oversight thing multiple times. Now I want to see if I can do the grass up to the edge of the map. Can I? Yeah, I can. So I'm going to see what my border is here. I've called that stuff out multiple times because in my mind, like, that's just not cool. That's not... you got to be consistent with that kind of stuff. And obviously, there's multiple people answering and testing and saying yes or no whether or not things are valid or not. And so it's that inconsistency to me that really gets me. Because how can you actually submit something and get it to pass if you don't know what rules you're testing against? And you don't know who you're going to get to test it. Oh, this is silly. I'm like cutting grass, but it's not spawning. Oh, I know this bug. I still haven't been able to fix this. The underneath the bridge, there's tip collision to prevent snow. But from snow from forming underneath the bridge, which doesn't make sense. And I tried to remove the tip collision, but it won't let me. It's being dumb. Because this is an edited version of the map. Because on this version of the map, I can actually mow everything, which you can't do on the regular map. Right here where I'm mowing right now, you can't even access. I mean, you can access it, but you can't own it on the normal version of the map. It just doesn't work. And sorry if I'm driving like a drunk sailor. I'm trying to control essentially a tracked vehicle, because there's only two wheels, with a steering wheel. So it's kind of a weird situation here. Yeah, 100%. They need to support the modding community and not keep pushing them away. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen, what, 4, 5, 6, I don't even know now, I lost count, modders, big-time modders, who have thrown up their arms and says, you know what, I quit. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not submitting anything to ModHub because I can't stand everything that's going on. Whether it be the slow testing, whether it be inconsistent rules and policies, whether it be inconsistent testing, whether it be like errors that you're asked to fix that you don't even see, whatever it is, people are throwing up their arms and leaving. Big time modders, like Lancey Boy, again, is quitting, but he's not quitting. He has stated that he's just not going to submit mods to ModHub anymore until ModHub fixes their crap. Right? I don't know. It's for me, it's hard to actually. I'm getting to a point where I don't even want to play the game anymore. Like, this save, I haven't touched this save in over a month. When the game first came out, I was in this save almost every day. And whether I was in this save or editing this map to be the way I wanted to play it, I was in it every day. And now I can barely... I haven't been in it at all. I just don't want to. The only thing that's making me in this map right now is because I like using this mower. It's more fun. Yeah, Alien Jim quit altogether. Like, there are big holes in the modding community because of Giants. And it's not because of anything else. It's not because people are just suddenly want to quit. It's people are fed up with the way things are going. They're fed up with all of the hoops we have to jump through as a modder just to be able to get our stuff seen by the people who want to see it. Right? Like, half the problem here is that I could release all day long on GitHub, on itch.io, on fs25.net, whatever. I could pick any one of a dozen ways to get my mods out to PC players. And I'm a PC player myself. I have never played this game on a console. I probably never will. But I have a lot of people who are friends and who support me and who I want to be able to play some of the mods. Some of the mods that I'm making are directly for those console players. Like the one we're talking about, the one that's currently being blocked, that I'm arguing back and forth with Giants about, is intended specifically for console players. It's the console players that I want it for. So, like with greenhouses, right? And it's a greenhouse mod, and I'm using the base game greenhouses, and I basically upgraded them to make them way better. And I was trying to add enough features so that Giants would allow me to release it to everybody. And so I added automatic watering. I added stackable pallets. I added the ability to change where the spawn zones are. All things you can get if you're playing on PC, with other mods that do each individual thing as a separate mod. So we will have, once I'm done with it, the spawn pallet stack mod, which will spawn pallets stacked up. We have multiple different ways of getting automatic watering to greenhouses, including Olaf TNT's automatic watering mod, right? We've got lots of those things on PC, but on console, you're super limited because, and here's the kicker, to have a mod get onto console, the only thing you can edit is XML. So as a modder, if I'm building something for a console player, the only thing that can be included in that mod are the model itself and XML. Yet Giants has this like unwritten policy that they don't want XML edits. help me understand. You have a policy that says you don't want XML edits, but XML edits, which are basically anyone editing an XML to make it work differently than it already does, or to add new functionality, or to change the building, or whatever, those are simple XML edits. And they have an internal policy that says that they don't allow simple XML edits. But doesn't that directly mean that they are blocking console users from getting content that they may or may not want because of that policy? Because on console, you can only get stuff that's done by editing XML. That's the only way to do it. So your policy is literally against half of your player base. Right? And so, from Giant's perspective, that's not good, because they only want it to happen if you make your own models. Make your own visuals of some kind. Which also goes against console players. So let's put it another way. This greenhouse mod that I have has alternate versions of every base game greenhouse that you can, put down on your map, and it gives you all kinds of features. Right? The whole mod is like 10 kilobytes. It's tiny, because it's just XML. It's really small. If I actually made custom versions of every greenhouse and put them in that mod would be 10 times the size. So right now it probably takes 3 to 4 slots. But if I did it the way Giants wants me to do it, and spent all of the time making custom buildings and custom everything, custom models, the size of that file for the same amount of content would be 10 times the size. Which means instead of taking 4 slots, it would take 40 slots. For the same features, the same customizations, the same XML. But they want me to do that. Instead of, in my mind, leveraging what's already there, leveraging the models and the textures and everything that's already there, to be able to create something that gives functionality without creating too much hard drive space. I did that intentionally. I did that on purpose. But they're probably, honestly, I understand it a little bit, because they're probably just saying, oh, we don't want people to just edit stuff willy-nilly, so we don't have 10,000 copies of the Case Puma tractor. But you know what? Guess what? There's like 3 copies of the Case Puma tractor on ModHub right now, which are just XML edits. You're not consistent. If you're going to block placeables, you got to block tractors too. And half the tractors we have on ModHub today are edits of base game tractors where they've added simple IC. Ooh. That's it. They've added simple things, but they're still using base game models. They're still using base game textures. They are making XML edits. Yet I'm being blocked for making an XML edit? Pick one. You either allow it or you don't. And their argument was like, oh, because if we let you go through, then we're going to have to let everyone go through. Well, why the frick not? What are they worried about? They've given me the answer and the excuse before, like, we don't want to flood ModHub with duplicate copies of mods. It's just data. It's up to the players to choose. Why not give them as many options as possible? That's what we want as players. Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't do that, Farmer G. I didn't do that because I didn't want to just arbitrarily add crap to the greenhouses to get it to pass. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go and... Because I had to create copies of every greenhouse, so I already have the i3D files. What am I supposed to do? You want me to go into Blender, rebuild all the greenhouses so that they're square and not rectangular. Maybe I'll do that. And that's what they want? And so the file size will go from being, you know, a couple megabytes to hundreds of megabytes just because they have some stupid policy. I don't get that. I don't understand why there's this, like, intrinsic... I don't even know what to call it. It's this, like, it's like being two-faced. On one hand, they say, oh, we support the modding community. We want modders to submit mods. We're not going to make any more vehicles because we have a limited number of vehicles that we want in the game to keep the file size low. So we're going to wait for the modding community to remake all of the vehicles that we didn't want to include in the game. That's up to the modding community. We're not going to do the work. The modding community has to do the work. And then they don't even support the modding community when the modding community tries to do that work. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. And exactly. And Carl hits a nail on the head. And in the meantime, there's 100 3-meter cultivators on ModHub. Because they love flooding ModHub with hundreds of 3-meter cultivators. But the placeables, the factories section of ModHub, which is where greenhouses go, only has 3 pages. So it has 36 mods. Yet there's 100 plus 100 meter or 3-meter cultivators. Yeah, like, exactly, Farmer G. The rules change. And the rules are arbitrary based on who you talk to. And all I'm doing is trying to act within those rules, the ones I know about, and trying to bring customizations and features to players console players who normally wouldn't have access to those features. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm trying to make things better. I'm trying to fill the holes in the system that they left in the system. Submit a Polish factory. I should submit a Polish factory and call it a polish factory and make nail polish. I should submit a Polish polish factory and have it release paint colors. And then just set it as a dealer trigger for painting your vehicle. That's my next mod. What would happen if all... Yeah. Well, so... Ghost Boy, I think... Ghost and Kiwi Sim Farmer, welcome in. And Farmer G and Kane's Blood, welcome in. I see all you guys there. Thank you so much for joining and coming in for the diatribe. It's not really a chat. It's more of a diatribe, and I just happen to be mowing. Exactly. Dust Bunny it brings out the point. The biggest problem here is that most modders who are quitting are doing just that. They are... Now, which one is the thing that I want? No, not that one. This one. Yes, there we go. Most modders are doing just that. They're quitting, and they're going to release their stuff privately or on itch.io or on some other service, right? Because they don't want to have to deal with giants. Right? They don't want to have to deal with this crap. But the people who lose out are the console players. Not the modders. The modders don't care. They probably make more money by getting 1 in 100 people clicking on that thing to donate $2 when downloading a mod on itch.io than they're going to make from giants... whatever. Awards. Rewards. I forget what they call it. Rewards. So, but if you think about it from a different standpoint, what does a modder gain by not releasing on ModHub? Number one, their sanity. By not releasing on ModHub, I can maintain sanity. Because I have literally been in a 100+ day battle with ModHub now over one mod. One. Welcome in, Dust Money, by the way. I submitted... I submitted the Batwing, the Bednar Batwing, the mower, that I'm not using in this playthrough because I want to wait till it's on ModHub before I use it in this playthrough. I submitted the Batwing on ModHub on December 4th. It is now March 25th, and I have been waiting in the testing queue and getting rejected over and over and over for over 115 days. Is that 115 now? It's got to be close to that. It was 110 last time I looked. Or last time I measured it or whatever. Oh, thank you so much for jumping in, Carl. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing the update that I know you're working on, or I hope you've submitted for your map. I can't wait to see your next map. Thanks for coming into the stream, and thanks for jumping in. Yeah. And the Batwing has been waiting for 100+ days. I don't know. Hey Siri, how many days has it been since December 4th, 2024? Come on, just answer. Don't make me click on something. I can't click on something. I'm driving. A mower. Hey Liz, welcome in. Thanks for coming to the stream. Liz, which Missouri map are you talking about? Because the Missouri map doesn't really say much because there's, you know, dozens of maps at this point that are based in Missouri. I'm just curious. See, I don't know where to go. You know what I mean? Like I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I, in some weird narcissistic sense, enjoy fighting with giants. I enjoy pointing out to them in very, very clear English, which they're not very good at, being German. But I enjoy pointing out to them in very clear English how they're failing. In some ways, this mod is... I don't necessarily care about it. I would love to get it for consoles also, but the boosted greenhouse mod, I don't really care. But it gives me a vehicle to point out their failures. Point out how, in all of the ways that they're wrong. And not just point them out, but prove to them that they're wrong and prove to them that they're inconsistent. Like, it was Karma that on the day that they messaged me about that I'm not supposed to, they don't want to accept simple XML edits, that they allowed another mod to go through that was simple XML edit. Right? In all honesty, I wish, you know, I wish they'd hire me. I wish they'd hire me to fix their QA system. I wish they'd hire me to write documentation for the modders. I wish they'd hire me to develop mods and to add features to existing mods and give the players what they want. Give the players not just one vision of things, but the ability to have their own vision. I think that's one thing that Giants lacks a lot of, is they have a very strict one point of view, one perspective vision of the game, mods, buildings, what have you, and they don't accept anyone else's vision. They don't accept that they might be short-sighted. They don't accept that maybe players don't necessarily want to farm in every part of the world with one growth calendar. Because, you know, obviously Japan and the United States and Estonia or Poland or wherever the stupid Zelonka map is based, because everyone obviously has the same growth calendar between those three maps. And then obviously, I mean, this is super obvious, obviously every map that should ever come out for Farm Sim should totally just have the same growth calendar. That seems like a real benefit. That makes things so easy. If I always know that I'm going to plant in August, I'm going to harvest wheat in August, and then I can never double crop, and then I can never have shorter seasons or longer seasons or seasonal growth that actually matches where I'm from. Why would I ever want that? That's stupid. Like, they're so short-sighted. I just don't understand. But I'll keep telling them. I'll keep telling them that they're short-sighted. I'll keep telling them that, you know, oh, you made your crop system so much easier to use, but you know what? It's not. It's harder to use. And you've made it so that no one is allowed to customize crops at all. Yep, Farber G, 100%. I do have a way around that I'm working on to get out for PC players, to be able to get around the whole broken crop calendar thing. And I know that Thunder Productions has the TH default fill types mod, which allows some customizations, but he's never going to submit it to ModHub, so that is what it is. You know, that's probably never going to happen. Hey, Brady. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Hello, Matt. Thanks for coming in. Sorry, I'm a little fired up. I got rejected yet again today. Today's rejection. Same as yesterday's rejection. Same as last week's rejection. Missouri River Bottom, Liz. Thank you so much for answering. I agree. Missouri River Bottom is a beautiful map that we should get out on consoles. But isn't Missouri River Bottom a 4X? Is that a 4X map? I don't remember because I'm not playing it. I want to say that it was a 4X map. And that's a big debate too. Why, even though we've heard rumors that they were thinking about it, why do we not have 4X maps on console? There have been, what, at least one, if not two, 4X maps released on ModHub, but no word yet on why those are not coming to console also. Are they even being tested on console? I don't know. We always thought, because, hey, once you can, like, let the older systems fall behind, we won't have to worry about, we'd have 4X maps on console or 16X maps on console. But apparently that hasn't happened yet, so. Oh well. Yet another promise or expectation that is not being met from giants to the modding community. Is what it is, I guess. Is what it is. Oh, we got 24 people in here. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. Thanks for coming in and joining the stream. The other failure that's happening is with the Batwing. And the Batwing is currently failing due to a console-only bug. Now, what that means, when it's something as a console-only bug, it means that it's passing PC testing, and that on consoles, console is reporting an error. Okay? And so Giants is claiming that that's my problem. And so I'm trying to guess, pretend that I have any idea what the error message means, try to fix it. But they think it's my problem. if I was them, I'd be like, whoa, hold on. Why does our engine work differently on console than it does on PC? Like, why are we getting an error only on console and not on PC? That seems to me like a problem. I'm getting a headache right now. Hold on, folks. Let me switch my glasses. I'm getting a little bit of a headache with the bright lights. Oh, there we go. Feel much better. Like, why is the error only happening on consoles? I don't understand that. Oh, Brady, what you missed is not really a miss per se, but it basically, we were talking about the inconsistencies of Giants testing and how one tester says something and another tester says something different, and how they have rules, they have guidelines, and I'm following all the guidelines, but apparently my mod's not good enough. And this isn't the first time I've gotten this response from them, but I worked really hard to make sure that it was good enough, and I'm still not. They're still blocking me. So, you know, I'm angry. Yep, exactly. And they are not consistent with their testing. They'll take certain of the community's maps, who, like Carl TG was in here earlier, and he made a great map, and he was in testing for months, right? And he finally released. So congratulations, Carl, for finally making it through the ModHub slog. But then you get other maps, like the one released today, which should have never made it to ModHub, per ModHub's policies. They have had a long-standing policy since Farm Sim 15, I believe, that they don't allow edits of maps, of base game maps, on ModHub. It's not allowed. You can release it other places, have fun. It's never been allowed to have an edit of a base game map released on ModHub. Yet somehow we got one today. That's quite literally an edit of this map, with most of the stuff still the same. Most of the fields are the same, not all of them, but most of the fields are the same. The roads are the same. The city is the same. The train is the same. The downtown area, all of the buildings and models, everything is the same. They added a new area in the wharf that's just empty for productions or whatever. But essentially it's the same map. They added more farms, like player farms, which is cool. But that's what most people do when they edit. Like, why is it suddenly allowed that base game edits are allowed? Like, really? That's always been blocked. There's been dozens of really great base game map edits in previous versions of the game that were not allowed on ModHub. And that you're allowed to make an edit of a previous map. So let's say I wanted to make an edit of Haut-Belleron and put that on FS25. They would allow that. But never for the existing map. I've already seen and played on 2 different edits on Hutan Pantai that completely changed the landscape of Hutan Pantai. One of them was by FSG Modding by Tasman, who made a forestry version of this map, which is amazing. It's a ridiculous number of trees, but it's amazing. It looks really good. And you can almost can't tell that it's this map. But the one that came out today, like 60-70% of the map is exactly the same as it is in the base game. What the hell? How is that anything other than inconsistency or favoritism or both? There's no other explanation. There's not. There's no other way of explaining that. We get a half a dozen Polish maps released, but then you go in and try to play those Polish maps, and things are broken, left, right, and center. Why isn't that stuff caught in testing? But then you get other people who are trying to pass legit, brand new maps, and get stopped for the dumbest things that don't make sense and aren't actually affecting gameplay in any way, yet you have maps that are released that don't even work on release day and need patches immediately, Or you get people who do map tours, and they're like, oh, this is broken, this is broken, this is totally broken, that's broken. We have other modders who spend hundreds of hours making maps and submitting it. Like, whatever happened to Moss Valley? Moss Valley was submitted to ModHub, as far as I know, what, 3 months ago? Where's that? Where are the maps that have already been submitted? You know, where are the maps that the modders have said are submitted, but instead we're getting other maps? And then the other thing is that the other thing that's inconsistent. This is the worst one. Is they claim that there is a certain amount of wait time between submission and testing and release. They claim that everyone goes through the wait time. But we've already seen half a dozen mods that overrode or bypassed that wait time. The worst problem with ModHub right now is there is this long, long wait. Right? 25 days or something like that for new submissions. I don't even remember. I don't even look anymore. 25 to 30 days. A whole month. But then some guy takes a F150 Super Duty and submits it to ModHub, and it's released on ModHub broken within less than a week. Where's the consistency there? Where's the consistency for all the other modders who have vehicles that were submitted months ago that are still waiting? There's none. I don't understand that. Officially 17 days. So that's the current wait time? Yeah, my ass. Exactly. Like you find out that like the map works, and then as soon as the snow falls, all hell breaks loose. And then you, as a player, you put hours into playing that map, and then it just falls over on its own face because Giants couldn't bother to test through an entire year. I didn't even play Oak Ridge or Comston or whatever. Hey, Northern Farm Sim and Joe and Psycho Kid, welcome in. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming along. I am doing... Psycho Kid, I'm fired up. And I'm only fired up because, you know, we've talked about this on streams before, and we've talked about, like, what I think about the consistency on ModHub and the problems with ModHub and all of that stuff. We've talked about it before. It's nothing new. You guys know how I feel about it. But to be proven right, or wrong, however you want to look at it, to be proven right again and again and again, like the sawmill, the industrial sawmill, was waiting for testing, and waiting in the queue and failing for inconceivable errors, for 96 days. Or the sawmill was 92 days. The farm fill station was 96 days. Here, we're talking about more. I'm at 100 plus days. Somebody can look up the date between today and December 4th. I don't know the math anymore. Don't care. Yes, it is, Psycho Kid. And I haven't opened stuff on the Discord. By the way, if anyone is curious about what Giants is actually saying to me, and the excuses that they're making up, and the excuses that they're giving, it's all detailed on my Discord. If you'd like to join the Discord, Joe or Dust Bunny, if you can do !Discord for me, that'd be really great. And then the worst part, and this is still happening, and I can't believe it's still happening, but Giants is claiming that modders need to fix bugs that are Giants' creation. And I don't understand that at all. Like, You can't say, oh, well, you're getting this error, you need to fix it. Like, dude, that's your error. Like, I had that problem with the song, with the, forget which mod it was, one of my mods that I submitted this year, where they were like, hey, you need to fix this bug. I'm like, this is your bug. This is your thing. I didn't do this. This same thing exists in base game vehicles. This same thing exists in the thing that I'm copying it from. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Thank you for the Discord link, Joe. Thank you very much. Vanessa, I'm waiting for them to fail Matt's map and to why. I mean, seriously, hours and hours of building testing till tests are passing, and then they find something to pick. Yeah, they always find something. It's almost as if that unless you're in the cool club, they don't want you to succeed, and they'll do everything they can until they finally, oh, fine. Fine, if we have to let you pass, I guess we have to let you pass. We can't find any other stupid reasons to come up with to finally let you get your mod on ModHub. Fine, I guess. Ugh. Like, that's the attitude they give a lot of the modders, including myself. They actually said today in their message to me, you know, thank you for taking the time to explain to us, you know, what was wrong or what we're doing wrong. They actually said thank you. So, you know, props to them for at least saying thank you. Oh yeah, the one that I'm submitting, Farmer G, is the Batwing, and the Batwing to this day still has an error in Test Runner. Like, to this day, it fails every time. It doesn't pass Test Runner, and it's their own bug. And if you take their mod and run it, the one that the Batwing's based off of, which is the Bednar MM7000 or whatever it's called. If you take that and run it through Test Runner, it'll fail every time. If you take half of the mods that Giants has put out as part of the base game and you try to run them through Test Runner, they fail. Oh yeah, totally. They don't care. I think they have a separate tool. I honestly think that they don't even bother testing their own stuff with Test Runner. That they just do whatever they want. And they're like, oh, it fails Test Runner, no big deal. Yeah, we'll just put it out anyways. I don't think they actually test their own stuff. And don't get me started on the horse map. Horse shit map. The horse map is like, it was originally made by I always thought that the horse map was made by an intern as like a, hey, why don't you learn how to use GE and why don't you make a map and then we'll just release it without testing it. But you make sure you put a couple horse spinners on there because horse is footing the bill for this one, for your internship. So yeah, that's what the horse map was. Is he really? Hey Marty, welcome in. And Vanessa, thank you for being here. Silabuki's having problems with Alma. I don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Honestly. Can I buy 45? So I want to see if, like, I want to buy these two fields because I want to own this whole area here. This one has a crop in it that I can harvest. So I think I'm going to go ahead and buy it and then mow the grass along the outer edge and include that in my grass pickup right now. And then once this field is ready, we'll harvest the sugar beets and sell them. So I think we're going to buy that. We haven't bought a field in a while. We're going to come here, turn the mower back on, and keep mowing. Oh, yeah. I didn't even bother. I actually used the horse map for 22 to take screenshots for the VPW mod, which I just finished making. It's currently being tested. So VPW is coming back if that's one of the mods that you like. But you know, it's an XML edit, so they'll probably fail it because they don't like XML edits. And if they do, then I'm just gonna be like, well, you passed it in 22, so F you. Yeah, there's so many problems with the game right now that it's not even funny. It's like it's not even like not funny. It's atrocious. Right? That's the best thing I can say. It's atrocious. There's so many problems with the game right now. Have you guys seen the sell price bug, by the way? Have you seen this yet? Did you know that the buying prices or the buying prices are backwards? Does anyone know that? Do you know that the buying prices in the game are completely backwards? Like, bug in their code. They did it wrong. 100%. The buying prices are backwards. Here, I'll show you. It's really easy to see. We come in here. We look at this buying price. Okay? Barley at the bulk fill stations. This is one of my mods, and it's one of the only reasons you can see it. If you buy it for you can buy for $2.19, or you sell for $4.86. Okay? Remember that. $2.19, $4.86. So I'm gonna write in chat. $2.19. Whoops. Oh, thank you, Ronnie, very much for the donation. So we're gonna do 219 486. There we go. All right. So if I come in here and I go to my settings and I change from hard difficulty to normal difficulty, what do you think is going to happen? Who has any idea what I'm talking about? So if it's in hard difficulty, the sell price is going to be more or less than in normal. So if in normal it sells for one rate, in hard it should sell for less because it's hard economy. So if I switch to normal, the sell price should go up and the buy price should go down. Right? Right? The sell price went up, which is what you want. When you have it, and when it's easy, and the game is easier than the sell price, you should get more money when you sell stuff. But when you buy things, it should be cheaper because you're in an easier game mode. But instead of going up, instead of going down, which is what it should do, it goes up. Now we're at 394. 394 and 875. Right? And if I come in here, settings, I change to easy economy, which means that the stuff, whatever you're buying, should be the cheapest in easy economy, and it should sell for the most because you want the game to be easy. Now it's 657. And 1458. All right. So basically, the economy is backwards. And I raised that bug to them, and they haven't responded. They're like, yeah, whatever. And the only reason that no one's noticed is because until you have my buying stations, you can't buy everything, or a buy everything station. The only place you'd ever notice it is for something like Slurry. And Slurry, the buy price on hard is 23. Yeah, it's not. The buy price is not a percentage of the sell price. They have code, because I've seen it, from an old version of the copy of the game. They have code that says sell prices are supposed to go up, buy prices are supposed to go down. But then they never use it. It's a bug in the code. I mean, it's all it is. It's like literally a one-line error in the code. But that's like a critical game bug. Like this grass that I'm mowing right now, I should get 50% of what I normally get. So this grass I've already mowed, or rather the grass over here by the shop, is this grass right here is full height. Right? This is full height meadows, so I should get 100% yield. This is the 100% yield grass. But the grass over by the house that I haven't mowed, that I've already mowed once, I'm going to get the same output from all of that grass that I get from this grass. Because even though this is the first time I'm mowing it, the whole, you get 50% of the yield if the grass is at the previous growth stage thing, yeah, that doesn't work. It's coded into the game engine. It's coded into the game engine as if it works. It doesn't work. They don't care. Like simple logic. Simple logic just fails them sometimes. I don't get it. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, thank you so much, Vanessa, for coming in and leaving a like. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Oh, this is not a perfectly straight field anymore, so I can't use this. That's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, if you want to buy, if you want to like let's say you want to use their lime state, the Giants lime station. You don't want to use mine because I don't know, whatever. I have a fill station that lets you buy everything, and it has discounts built into it. But let's say you don't want to use my buy station. You just want to use a lime station that's built into a map. Your best bet is to turn it to hard mode, buy your lime, and then turn it back into easy mode. Like if you're playing in hard mode, like buy it in hard mode and then switch back to whatever mode you want. Make the game as hard as possible from an economy standpoint. So look at the output here. Look at the output behind me and look at the output that I'm going on now. It's the same output. It doesn't change. They haven't fixed this yet. The output is the same regardless of what growth state it is. Like, I don't understand. Or unless it, actually I can't tell. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yeah, it looks about the same. Oh yeah, definitely get some sleep, Vanessa. Thank you so much for jumping in the stream. It's been a while since you jumped in, and I greatly, greatly appreciate that you spend your evenings, even though you're very, very tired, coming in my stream and having fun. Thank you so much. I can't wait for Matt's map to come out either, and I was actually very happy to see, and just as a props to Matt and the Shanty Boys, I believe it was Farmer Cop and one other person, I forget who. I don't know, I was working today, so I haven't actually been watching any YouTube today, but Farmer Cop and one other person was touring and touring Matt's new map, his upcoming map. It's going to be coming out to all platforms as soon as ModHub gets their head out of their butt. Just probably an effective description of when that'll happen. But the map, I haven't been able to see the map tours yet, but I know that Matt always does an amazing job on his maps, so I'm looking forward to playing it, Matt. Can't wait to see it. And I hope that you are able to get over the hurdles that ModHub keeps throwing in front of you and get it out. And I mean, that's really what it takes right now, right? I keep telling people, like, I'm not giving up, but it's because I'm determined. And I don't believe... I'm not going to let the man pull me down or whatever, right? Oh, I don't have the new version of Info Display extension. Oops. I haven't updated mods in this playthrough in like 2 months. I really hope that Matt, you get your map out there. Mr. Tim for PC. I wonder if you play on PC. So many bugs but no patch so long. Bet your ass is full price. I read somewhere that they made like $14 million off of Farm Sim so far. Yet instead of releasing game fixing patches that fix problems with the basic functionality of the game, they release stuff like the Nexat pack, which they just steal from other modders and, you know, spend all year doing it a little bit better. But in reality, we already had the Nexat pack, so it's nothing new. They just decided to get a deal with Nexat to be able to make money off of another modder's hard work. Whoa, what just happened? That was weird. My wheel like shut off and rebooted. I didn't know that could happen. What is the map called? I think it's Maisie Lou something or other. I unfortunately don't remember. I wasn't part of the testing team for that map. Though I have helped Shanty Boys with plenty of maps in the past, I was not part of that map. And personally, I actually plan to do a map here or there eventually. Mr. Mick Equip. Yes, I'm still keen on a Tasmanian map. A good friend of mine lives in Taz, and I want to make a map for him. Although he's not doing content on Farm Sim anymore, he's still a good friend, and I'd still like to make a Taz map. I was actually researching gum trees because you can't do an Australian or Taz map without like good Taz gum trees, right? You're a Tazzy too? Nice. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in the stream. Yeah, I'd love to do a Tasmania map. I have a bunch of other maps on my list, and I think that the members have already voted which map to work on. I believe there's an open vote for members, so people who have gone the extra mile to support this channel through YouTube membership. There is an open poll to decide which map I do first. I'm kind of agnostic of which map to do first, but I think there's an open poll on my Discord for members. So if you want to join and want to be part of that vote, I don't believe the Taz map is one of those that are being voted on, though, mainly because I want the Taz map to be a 4x map, and I want to do a 1x map first. I want to get something out for all platforms. I still want to get something out for all platforms. I do want to do a couple 4x maps. I already have 3 that are on my roadmap. 4 4x maps that are on my roadmap. One of them I might call the commute. Oh, I will definitely let you know. And if I do get gum trees into the game, I will. I'm going to try to get them. Of course, I will try to get them out as a prefab or an asset or something like that, so that players can put gum trees in if they want. Maybe just like a decorative tree that you can place down. I'll probably do it as both a prefab and as a actual asset pack. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's FS22. I just love this mower. This mower is actually a lot of fun with a steering wheel. For some reason, it's actually more fun with a steering wheel because normally I play a keyboard and mouse, so this mower is really hard to play with keyboard and mouse because, you know, your changes in direction aren't very precise, right? Because of the way keyboard and mouse works and because of steering back speed. But because here I can control the steering back speed, which is the speed in which the wheel turns back to center, because I don't have any steering back speed because of the wheel. This actually makes this thing a lot more fun, this mower specifically, a lot more fun with the wheel than it is with anything else. Because anything else is really touchy. But yeah, I definitely want... So the 4X maps I have in mind... So one of them is going to be my local area in California. It's going to be a wilderness map, and I'm either going to call it the Commute, or it's going to be called Vasco, which is the name of the road that it's on. Now, you know, actually, I'm zooming out. Here, let's look. Let's cut a little bit of it, and let's see. I won't get exact numbers, but if I cut this, right? If we look, like the left and the right is two different heights. The left and the right is two different heights, like growth heights. But they look like they're outputting the same amount. So I'm just going to assume that the bug is still there, and I'm just going to go ahead and mow this area. You know, I've been mowing for a while. I'll mow this area later on my own time. Let's turn that off and go over and get... do we have a windrower yet? Let's look. I don't know if we have a windrower yet. I don't think we do. Oh, the wheel just shut off again. Something's going on. Something's going on. All right. We're still leasing this thing, so we might as well use it. So Joseph, the Cali map is not up for vote yet. First map that I work on, I'm going to be working on the Cali map kind of on the side. I think that's going to be the first 4X no matter what. Just because it's the most meaningful to me. And I think that we really need I think there's more of a need in the... more of a need in the game for a 4X wilderness map than there is for regular maps. Right? That's what I think. But anyway, so I'm sorry, the 4X maps was the Vasco, a Pennsylvania map based off of the area where my sister is, which is in southeastern Pennsylvania. And then there's going to be a Japanese map, which is an island in Japan. That looks like a really cool island. Is that harvest up for is this harvest up for contract? Might take a harvesting contract for later. Harvesting. Farmland 11, 16, 17. Ooh, 41 is up. Borrow items. Okay. Collect. Alright, I'm going to do that map later. I like sorting. And all of them are different. They're all kind of totally different maps. The California map is going to be a wilderness map. The Pennsylvania map is going to be a farming map. Oh, and the fourth one is going to be Taz. And the Tasmanian map would be kind of a combination of farming and forestry, I believe. But mostly farming, I think. Farming and ranching. It'd be more of like a ranching map, I think. Turn that on. Turn that on. F1. We're just going to go ahead and use the We're going to use a VPW that's built into this thing. We're just going to go all out and just collect the grass because I don't want to deal with it, but I'm just going to collect it. So I would normally windrow it, but I'm testing my mod. This is part of the mod testing process. Why is it missing? Huh. What's this? Looked like it was missing. No, it's not missing. Yeah, plantation stuff, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking. The Tasmania map is the one that I don't know anything about, so I've never been there. But from what I've seen and what I've been finding on Google Maps, so you know what you can do, Mick? Do me a favor, Mick. Go on to Google Maps and find me a map location. Wherever you think would make a really good farm sim map. And then send me on Discord, send me a link to the Google Maps link for that location. Whether it be the name of a town, whether it be a town, or whether it be just a set of lat long coordinates. Send me a link, and I will consider it for the location for the Tasmania map. Because, you know, I love the input. I don't know anything about those areas, so I would not be able to choose very well. So I'm only going off the input of the people around me. So feel free to help. Send me a link. But I believe the vote for the 2X map is going to be between the Vermont map, Pennsylvania map, the Indiana map, the one that I totally messed up on and just randomly came up with a cool map. And there was one other one. I don't remember what the other one was. No, it's between those three. So it was a three-way vote. Yeah, I mean, especially if we do something like Wool North, we can include Schultz's feedlot as a required mod and get, you know, big, huge feedlots as part of it. Or we could just do what, Cavalier Roy did and just customize some farms to have just, you know, 2,000 cows or something. Yeah, all is possible. So if you guys are new and you haven't seen this mod that I'm using right now before, this is one of the multiple items in the variable pickup with pack, VPW, as I like to call it. And basically, it's a set of base game equipment where everything's colorable, because this should be, as far as I'm concerned. We're playing a video game after all. And it has for pickup wagons, for balers, for forage harvester headers, stone pickers, all that kind of stuff. Anything that picks something up, variable pickup width. It has your normal width. This is default. It has... You can't see it because of something that's going on with the F1 menu, but this one is bonus, which is plus 2 meters to the overall width. And this is plus 1 meter, and this is plus 3 meters. So this is about the width that the quick bale had in FS22, if you ever played FS22. And then this is the widest width, which is way out at 30 meters. And it's set up so that it will pick up all the grass, even if you go at 30 meters and even if you drive fast. And then all of the trailers, there are trailers like this one, as you can see, have extended capacities so that you can actually pick up that much. And this was a mod that was released for FS22, and I'm diligently working on getting it out for FS25 also. Because that's important to me. Oh, I missed a bit. Oh well. But yes, this is one of the equipment in the VPW mod, which is currently in testing with our internal testers, and will be being submitted to ModHub soon. And then, of course, I'll submit it, but you guys probably won't see it until like maybe August or September, because ModHub. I'm just gonna start saying that because ModHub. Why is it not going all? It's like missing a little bit. That's annoying. Which one is it? There we go. No longer missing bits. Hey, Grumpy Gray. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We're all doing fantastic. We are bitching and moaning about giants and picking up some grass and mowing parts of the map that have never been mowed before because giants doesn't want you to. That's how I roll. Alright, let's take this and dump it into our non-ModHub fermenting silo because ModHub doesn't like edits. Because it's just a simple XML edit. You can no one ever actually wants an XML edit. Who could want an XML edit? Oh my goodness, that's unheard of. Why would anyone want an XML edit? Why would anyone want anything different than what Giants gives you? All right, we're full up. Whoa! Almost ran into my mower. And so what we did here is the two small ones. I think I don't remember why they did this on stream or did it after stream or whatever. But the two small ones is my silo, and this big one is my fermenter. I think. But I set it up so I kind of have to drive through to empty. Yeah, there we go. And obviously I have to fix the discharge speed so that you actually still can discharge 256,000 liters of grass in 20 seconds. Hey Artemis, welcome in. We are having fun on Hutan Pantai. And we did some mowing, did some grass work, we did some bitching. And we have our VPW in action. Just collecting all the grass all at once. Give me 30 seconds. So next time when we see this map, maybe we'll come back and we'll do the sugar beet harvest next. Maybe we'll hold on to that rental of that our forage header, which does everything. And maybe we'll hold on to it and do sugar beets next. And I think when the sugar beets are ready, also the corn, no, spinach should be ready also. And then we also have an empty field right there to buy and potentially plant something into. And we'll have to decide what to plant into that field once we buy it. But we haven't bought it yet, so no big deal. We'll figure that out. And hopefully my wheel doesn't reset itself again. Well, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for jumping in. We got 30 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. This is actually one of the most people I've had in the stream for a while. I should put giants in the title for every video. And just do what I normally do, which is bitch about giants. You know, in all honesty, I wish things could change. I wish things would get better. I wish that giants would start to listen to the players. I wish they would start to listen to the modding community. I wish they would support the modding community the way that they say they do. You know, when they were announcing FS25, right? I don't know if you guys remember, but even at like FarmCon, they were saying they had a bunch of like presentations at FarmCon, and one of those presentations was like how much they're supporting the modding community and how they have a whole new version of the modding tutorials available, and that those are all going to be up in public and available for everyone, you know, on the Giants developer network and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. But guess what? 5 months into the game, no tutorials. 5 months into the game, no documentation. 5 months into the game, none of the things that they said was going to happen actually happened. And so, where is it? When is it going to happen? Howdy, neighbors. Hey, Gold. How's it going? Like, when is that stuff going to actually come to fruition? Because it isn't here. Not yet. Okay. Oh, somehow it delivered to my own farm. Oh, that's going to be fun to get out. Hold on. Hold on. I love store deliveries mod sometimes. Especially when fun stuff like this happens. That's amazing. This is a truck, if you can't tell. The other half of the truck is inside or not. What? Is there a back room to this? Oh my gosh, I did never notice that. This shed has a back room. Oh wait, hold on. Hold, please. Whoops. Is this door open? There's a back room. If I tab, I'm in the back room. Can I? Come on. I never knew this shed has a back room. I'm about to get yeeted. Oh yeah, look, I'm in the back room. I did it. I got into the back room, folks. This shed has an empty back room for no reason. There's nothing back here. There's even a door to get into the back room, and they didn't even bother to like texture it. So all of this space, which is a good amount of space, unusable. Wow. That's a good job. I'm so proud of Giants. They are so good at this game sometimes. Oh, that's a great place for the NPCs. I'm going to make a map where there's just going to be like a barn somewhere. And I'm going to take all of the NPCs and just put them into that barn. I'm going to have to teleport. All of the NPCs, I'm just going to put them in that barn. And I'm going to have them like stand around in a circle. Just staring at each other. Right? Not, of course, safe for work. Shush, Gold. That's not what I'm talking about. Your mind, get out of the gutter. And just have all of the NPCs sitting there staring at each other. They're having like an NPC conference. That's what's going to be on my map. Or I'll call it a bar. I'll call it the NPC bar. And then I'll put like beer cans in their hands. And the only way you can get into the bar is by teleporting. Why can't I... Did you really create a harvester that has a header you can't connect to? Oh, there it is. Nice. Let's see what the inside of this case looks like. Yeah, and then you can only get to those NPCs if you click on the map to get there. And it's going to be inside of a room, and there's going to be like steins of beer in front of them. And they're going to be arguing. And then I'm going to change all of their dialogues. I'm just going to change all of the NPCs' dialogue. Actually, you know what I want to do? And I don't know if it's possible. I think it's possible. And I actually know somebody who's actually figured out a part of it. I want to make a map. And I want my first map. This is one of the things I want my first map to have. I want my first map to have the new farmer tutorial. How cool would that be? Right? To have the only map, or the first map, to actually have a full tutorial, like the full new farmer tutorial, as part of the map. Because like no one else has done it yet. I think it's possible. It's just it's just a simple XML edit. Oh, did Sparzoko do that again? I know they did that for 22. I didn't realize they'd done that again for 25. I haven't actually looked at the map. I remember hearing about that in 22. I didn't realize they did it again. What's going on here? Am I like stuck between a rock and a hard place? I am. Yeah, just push it away. Just push it. There we go. And oh, I have to select the harvester, unfold the harvester, assuming? Is that what it's stopping me? There we go. How do I turn on? And go. Am I harvesting? I can't tell. And go. We want straw. Let's just hire a worker for this. And let's go back over here and see if we can figure out this car. I'm going to come here. What I'm going to do is do that. And then I'm going to come over here and then go to this. And then go to our barn and zoom way in and take this. Reset vehicle. Yes. Okay. Reset. Yes. Okay. And then tabbing him. Oh. And this is what the international looks like. Sorry. Normally. I have a much better version. But that's okay. Not a very good spawn point for the store, honestly. But look at me. Dealing with it like a boss. Nice. Yeah, I think there's still some pretty good. Yeah, stop that mic button. Exactly. There's some good maps coming out. Unfortunately, they're all Polish maps. And I think that, maybe Giants is being overly critical for the American maps, which is why we haven't seen very many. Which is a bummer, is what it is. I can't wait for more maps to come out. I think there's a lot of maps that a lot of people have been looking forward to that should be coming to ModHub. Like Moss Valley is one of those ones I really can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see coming out because Moss Valley was a really, really well done map. What's the harvester doing? Is he harvesting or is he just like just sitting there? I think he's harvesting. Moss Valley should be coming out soon. I hope that's coming out. One of the ones I'm looking for is Oberschwaben. I'm pretty sure that Jolie? What's his name? I forget the modder's name. The guy who did Oberschwaben. I think that map is... I'm pretty sure that map is coming out. Oh yeah, we are getting straw. Okay. But I don't know when or anything, just because, there's such a long wait time for everything right now that it's all up in the air. We don't know anything. So it may happen, it may not. Who knows? Who knows? That's weird. Are you guys seeing this? Like, why is the stuff in the middle one color and the stuff on the outside... Oh, you know what? I think that's a shadow. I think that's a shadow from the road. I was like, why is it two different colors? Heck yeah. Thanks, Benji. Oh, I'm in the way. I'm in the way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me get out of the way. Northern Farm Sim, his YouTube feed is now messed up. I've had that happen before. My YouTube feed's all over the place lately. Because I haven't been watching Farm Sim stuff, but I have been watching like a lot of Icarus content because I'm playing Icarus. So I'm getting like a mixture of that stuff. And then of course I get my normal Unimog content, so I get every video that's posted about Unimogs because I'm a Unimog fanatic. Yeah. Let's think. What else is in progress? You guys would want an update on. That sounds like a good idea. So, VPW is almost ready. We're testing it right now. After VPW, we're going to be doing the BioBaler Pro, which is also going to be, which will be the next thing. Hopefully that one will be quick. I'm just doing the same thing I did in 22, so all the work to make custom bales, I've already done that. I'm just going to use the same bales as before. So that should be pretty cool. If you guys are looking for the BioBarrel Pro with the same VPW functionality, that'll be coming out hopefully in the next year or so. And then I'm going to be moving on to script mods. So we have the horse resale value mod, which is going to be coming back out. We also have the spawn palette stack mod, which is going to be coming out. I have a couple other scripty mods that I've tried to do in the past, and I would like to redo, or things that didn't work before, which I'm going to try to see if they work now. I also have updates for contract boost that I'm still working on, and an update for the industrial sawmill, which will be coming out soon enough. This guy's going to be full after like one headland, I feel. I don't know, because I don't have my little view into him anymore. Simple Inspector came out on ModHub, which is one of my favorite mods. And so I just haven't installed it onto this playthrough yet. But I will. Simple Inspector will give you the view of what's happening with your hired help. Let you know their status and how full they are. And oh my gosh, do you really need to back up that far to make a turn? Who wrote the code for this? Exit confirm. And then I have a bunch of, like, after what that does, after the mods that I'm converting, everything that was in 22 is going to be coming for 25. And then once that's done, then I have a whole bunch of other stuff to do. So I have some custom maps, and the custom maps that I'm going to be doing, I'm hoping each one, if not all, will have custom buildings. And I have the buildings already. I just have to get them into the game. If anyone here is a guru with Blender and wants some extra work, I'm looking for someone to help me bring those models that I have into the game, but I need some Blender help to do that. Yeah, the Farmer G, the stack pallets is so easy. It's such a mind-numbingly easy thing. I don't know why most people don't do it. Because stack pallets make sense. But I make a mod that'll stack pallets on everything, regardless, but unfortunately it's only for console. I mean, only for PC. So the PC players miss out on a lot of the cool scripty stuff that I do, because, you know, Giants doesn't give us settings for things that should have settings. Like, I should be able to customize the contract system, and with Giants settings, not having to write a script to change settings that should be customizable. This makes sense. So, whatever. Actually, hold on. Actually, this guy's in the way. This guy's 74%, so I'm gonna need to empty him soon. Wish that error would go away. This guy's in the way. Let's move him. This is my customized lizard dragon, which is pretty epic. And I believe I need to spray or weed. Let's get that out of the way. If we look at our crops, we bought field 47. And 47, I believe, has some weeds in it. Let's look. Weed. It's bright green. Green. So what we do need to do is we need to do some weeding. Well, we'll empty this guy out first. can't see what he's doing. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. You. Empty. What are you doing? What are you doing? This harvester driver's drunk. I don't think he has any idea what he's doing. Yeah, he's totally drunk. Alright, he's emptying. I'm just gonna leave it. This is an awesome position. Yeah. That's great. Screenshot. No, no! No! Apparently the middle hopper filled up. That was not nice. Well, I got 10,000 liters out of this guy, so that's something. Yeah, you know, sheds, creating a custom shed is, so creating custom models is, like, a shed is probably your easiest thing to make, which is why I'm surprised that so many people don't do it. But a custom shed should be relatively easy to make, in general. Let's turn this on. Oh, I pressed the right button. Nice. A custom shed should be easy to make, but then there's like multiple steps, right? You've got to model of the custom shed, you've got to make the model for it, and then you've got to texture it. And making textures for things is not for the faint of heart, honestly. And that's where a lot of people get like lost, is the texturing side of things. Wait, hold on. What is this crop? This is peas harvested. Oh. Well, if it's harvested, I shouldn't need to weed it, right? I can weed a harvested crop. But do peas regrow? Actually, don't know. I don't know if peas regrow. Do they? Nope. No. They just arbitrarily say no. They don't actually test mods. No. Hey, Tom. Welcome in. Yeah, Willie's Tongo. This guy picked some weird lines to be the straight edge of his rows. Just spinach? Okay, so the peas one I'm going to have to plant or plow and plant something new. And being September, there's probably not much to plant there now. So I'll probably have to wait till next year. This is remarkably hard for the steering wheel. I'm like getting little bits. I want to do this. I want to like this and cut in front of him. Oh, I did it. I'm in the front hopper. Good. Plant grass for a bonus mow in the spring. That's actually not a bad idea. Plant grass, mow in the spring, and then plant whatever I want in April or May. I don't actually think I have a planter yet, though. I don't think I have a planter, which means I would need a planter to be able to plant crops. Anthix, how are you? You're not able to sleep because Giants will raise a ticket just like mine. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. They just do that. It's just how they are. It's how they operate. Ugh. Such a pain in the butt. Yeah. So, let me look. Actually, let's look. Do I have... What vehicles do I have? I don't even know. No. I want this one. I want this one. I hate the fact the vehicles menu is here. By the way, just in case anyone cares. I have fertilizer spreader, a root crop harvester, my mower. I have a cultivator, stone picker, a stone bucket scoop, truck, tractor, truck, plow, a wood trailer, a bale trailer, a VPW, Pottinger, and a weeder. Front loader, a different trailer, and a rented Vultra that I'm paying $9 grand a month for. So I don't have a planter. Did I make a planter yet? I don't know. Let's look. Did I make any planters yet? No. This is an old version of this file, so I think I've actually made a planter since then. But we'll have to make a planter so we can plant something. Because I can't stand using base game stuff. And there's been a couple really nice cedar planter things that were released recently. One of my favorites was actually released, so I'm looking forward to modding it and making it the way I want it, which is the Bourgeau. The Bourgeau 8-meter one, I just really like how that one works. It's nice and clean, it works pretty well. It needs a good amount of horsepower, but I think we'll probably go with that one. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and finish this harvest, which would require actually playing the game. Who knew? I am surviving 25 so far. And in case anyone's wondering, I've been playing total for 56 hours. And my goal for this map is to get to 500 hours. So, we're not there yet. Yeah, we're definitely not there yet. So we'll get there eventually. We're only in September of year 2. So it's not like we're losing time. We have plenty of time. And we still have to finish the temple. The temple is slowly going through. But for me, today, that's going to be it. I want to say thank you for everyone who came in and watched the stream. We got a ton of people coming in. I do streams like this every Tuesday night between 6 and 8 p.m. Pacific time. I also try to throw in a couple other streams other times of the week. We might be doing a map tour one later in the week. We'll see. I do have a couple maps, not ModHub maps, but other maps that I want to tour. I have one that's really cool and has one really big bug, but I might fix the bug before showing it to you, just so we don't have to look at it. And yeah. And then maybe some more Icarus this weekend, because I'm having fun with that game. But thank you very much for everyone for being here. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for the Batwing. Giants said they're going to get it into testing again this week. I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be either another couple weeks. But keep your eye out for the Bednar Batwing. And once it comes out, make sure you like it. Make sure you use it if you're on PC. Make sure you give it 5 stars. I don't know if it's going to come out for console or not. It might come out for PC only initially. And then if it does come out for PC only initially, I will work with Giants to get it fixed, which is what I'm trying to do anyways. But I want to just get out there at least first, and then we can worry about getting it for all platforms later on. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things. Leave me a comment after the video is over, and tell me what you liked about tonight's stream. Tell me if you're frustrated as I am with Giants. This list is still out of date. I still have to update it, but I will do that as soon as I can remember. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll catch everyone next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.